So did you ever walk into a haunted, spooky place at dark and have the horrible feeling that somebody's watching you, staring at you as you're walking in? That's just what happened to us when we did this investigation. Hi, this is Cheryl with Psychic Miss Paranormal. Me and Nicole went and ventured out to the Field of Dreams, which is a children's park. And it's very creepy. I mean, it's fun during the daytime. You know, there's a lot of activity going on, and it's a really cool place. A lot of structures and lots of things for the kids to climb on. But even in the daytime, it kind of gives a creepy vibe. But at night, with no one there and in the dark, oh man, it is crazy creepy. We were only allowed to be there for a short amount of time, so we had to make the most of that time. And I think we really did. We got some really cool things, some EVPs, a few pictures to show you, and it turned out well. And I would like to go back again, if that will be permitted. So Nicole and I are heading up to the entrance of the park, and you'll see a figure standing over to the left-hand side. And you won't be able to see it in a minute. There we go. And we're going to start again so I can slow it down and show it to you again. It kind of looks like a hooded figure. So we are walking up again. And like I said, over to the left. There you go. It's starting to show. Circling it for you. And we're going to go frame by frame. If you watch it, it kind of comes in and out. It's still there, but it's moving around. Obviously, the camera's moving around too, so it's getting all pixelated. But it looks like it's standing up against the fence there. Well, there it looks like it's still standing. Okay, it's a better picture of it, but it's going to actually move and change its direction, and it looks like it'll be sitting up against the fence. Kind of like that. But yeah, it's leaning up against the fence. It looks like it's checking us out, walking up to the park entrance, and this was only a couple of seconds. These frames. It's kind of creepy, right? So yeah, there you have it. And the full spectrum camera made it look like it was light out, but it wasn't light out. It was definitely dark out. That guy was definitely staring at us. So me and Nicole, we're walking up to the Field of Dreams to try to do this investigation, and we didn't see anything when we walked up, but as we were starting to investigate, we kind of felt like there were people watching us, and Nicole said she thought she saw a hooded figure.
Yeah. As soon as we got there, it was a very heavy, kind of negative feeling. And then as we were walking in, I thought I saw something, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah, so we go back through the footage, and then we see this guy. And, I mean, seeing him afterward, that's kind of creepy. Yeah. So let's jump right into the EVPs and pictures. Are there any kids here? Can you tell me your name? So is there anybody here with us? Do you see us? Something that I'd like to point out, especially about the last two EVPs, is that a lot of times a ghost won't answer your question, or they would rather give a message. And I mean, the word gimpy, that means like, an issue walking. So maybe the kid had a problem walking and he's just trying to verify who he is. Or maybe the word package. Maybe there was something special about anything, it could be a message about a birthday package or anything. You don't know what's personal to each and every individual spirit. So that can happen a lot of times, and usually things that don't make sense like that to the answers to my questions, I will not include as a genuine EVP, but I included these EVPs because I do feel that they are trying to reach out and give me a message. Not only that, but the only equipment that I had with me as far as audio goes is just a recorder. Nothing fancy about it. No ghost boxes, no apps, no modified radios, nothing. It was just a recorder, me asking questions, and them answering. So anything on that besides who was with me would be an EVP. Are you dead or alive? Sounds like a lot of kids there, which is quite concerning and sad. Can you let us know where you're at? This EVP leads me to believe that the ghosts do not realize that they're deceased. Anybody up in those towers? Can you tell me how you died? I was asking some questions and I was asking how they died. And we did get a very interesting response to that. It was like, grrr. But we didn't hear it at the time. And then Nicole, she followed up with,
You could write a horror story in here.
and why'd you say that?
I just had a really super creepy feeling, like somebody was right by us. It was just super heavy. And I'm looking around, and I just felt like there were these eyes on us all the time. It was just crazy.
I mean, the place had that feel. It was like really nutty. You felt like
Yeah.
there was 20 people watching, following. So here is that EVP clip with the answer to the question of how they died, and it's really creepy. The grrr. It's not actually a grrr, but yeah, I can't make that noise. Can you tell me how you died?
You could write a horror story in this park.
I don't know why, but I do feel something here.
Yeah, I feel like wherever we go, it was
Yes, kind of.
just like watching.
Definitely. Are you watching us? And if so, why? So first there was the hooded figure when we first walked in, and then there's this. So Nicole was taking pictures, and this one particular picture she got of me, and when we looked back at the pictures, we saw this woman standing behind me. She looks like an older lady and kind of like a pointy witch's hat. So yeah, we've been like followed around, and people are watching us and keeping their eye on us, and we definitely felt that.
Right there, doesn't that look like some creepy ass monster?
I don't know, I can't really see it. A creepy ass monster. Are you a creepy ass monster? They're probably like, hey. So at the time that Nicole said that she thought she saw a creepy ass monster, I didn't see what she was looking at. I couldn't see it. But lo and behold, when we got back and I looked through our pictures, we got this guy. And heck, if he does not look like a creepy ass monster or some kind of being, he's definitely an otherworldly being. I didn't think so at first, but there's an upcoming EVP that will verify this. So we were walking around the back of the park where it was kind of lit up. Nicole thought she saw
A creepy ass monster.
a creepy ass monster. I mean, normally, we take these things a lot more serious because we know they're deceased people, or and we like to not make fun of them or anything, but sometimes you just see things that are just really scary, and when you're ready freaked out, it's
It gets you a little bit.
yeah. So we did ask if there were a creepy ass monster, and the weird thing is when we came home and looked at the pictures, we found
Creepy ass monster.
yeah, see him here. I mean, what do you think of that, Nicole? What do you think of the picture?
It's something.
I mean, it really
Definitely,
it doesn't look human.
It doesn't. It
And,
doesn't look human.
Later on you're going to hear an EVP that kind of verifies that maybe this thing really isn't human. So here is the EVP that we got when we were talking about the creepy ass monster. I just said, hey, are you a creepy ass monster? Really not expecting to get anything. And I didn't get any crazy thing that you might expect from a being like this. Instead, I got a little kid saying something, I guess sweet, maybe. So, yeah, let's listen to that.
Doesn't that look like some creepy ass monster?
I don't know, I can't really see it. A creepy ass monster. Are you a creepy ass monster? They're probably like, hey. So the kid said I'm being good daddy. That is kind of sad. I mean, deceased kid saying I'm being good daddy. The thing just sounds sad, and I guess the daddy was mad at the kid. You know, for them to say something like that in the afterlife makes you kind of wonder. So how many people are actually in this park? Everything's just quiet.
Maybe because they weren't playing over there.
Maybe.
It was like
Do you want us to stay? Can you knock on something if you want us to stay? Can you knock on something if you want us to leave? Can you knock on something if you want us to stay? I feel like there's a little... I heard a voice in my head. I'm not sure if you're a boy or a girl though. Boy, where are you? Where's right here? Back here somewhere? Well, I heard you. So as we were walking around the park, I started to pick up this little kid. I wasn't sure if it was a boy or girl at first. They were trying to get my attention. So I, was trying to figure out who it was, and they did answer me. It did come out in the video footage, the EVP did. So I cleaned that up, and I will play that for you now. I feel like there's a little... I heard a voice in my head. I'm not sure if you're a boy or a girl though. Boy? Are you guys laughing at that? Is that funny? When we asked the spirits if we thought that that what we said was funny, we were laughing because we're really scared to death of camel crickets, and we had a sudden thought that, oh my God, we're surrounded by wood. They love wood. We were wondering how many thousands of camel crickets were around us, so we started laughing, and we just asked the ghosts if they thought that was funny. The EVP that we got, what did this mean? I guess it just means that they didn't understand what we were really talking about. Is there a message that you want to pass on to somebody that you care about and haven't seen in a long time? Is there a message that you want to pass on to somebody that you care about and haven't seen in a long time? Are you stuck here, like in this park, or can you go other places? Do you even know where you're at? Or are you confused and need some directions? Do you even know where you're at? Or are you confused and need some directions? So we have an EVP. When I ask the kids, where do you go in the daytime, and when the other kids are around, and I ask if they hid or if they played with them, and instead of getting answers from any of the ghosts or spirits there, I got some entity talking to another entity saying that's a definite human. So that is like saying that they weren't human, and of course we got that really weird picture. What do you make of that?
Well, I think that would explain the heavy, thick, negative feeling I had the entire time over there.
In the picture we got, definitely that thing did not look human.
No, not at all. And I mean, we've done many of these, and you know, most of them are just your everyday, average, run-of-the-mill ghost. And this one felt different.
Where's your favorite place in the park? Is it the swings? Is it one of these towers? Where do you go in the daytime when the kids play? Do you hide or do you play with them? Where do you go in the daytime when the kids play? Do you hide or do you play with them? I got something on here.
I feel like I saw something.
Me too.
Like moving shadows.
I saw one shadow and I felt a really strong presence behind me over by that board over there. So it was a pretty fun investigation. I had a good time. How about you?
I had a very good time.
You know, there was some heavy energy there. In the daytime, you can even kind of feel something creepy, but it's not as bad as at night.
Mm.
You know, we did see some crazy things there. You know, we got the hooded figure.
Yes, the creepy ass monster.
Yeah, and the picture of a creepy ass monster.
Yeah.
The hooded guy watching us was kind of disturbing after we came back and saw that, and that was either a really good picture of an apparition or, you know, something creepy, or maybe it was the creepy ass monster. So would you want to go back?
I do want to go back. I want to find out more about, you know, who or what haunts the place. I feel bad knowing that there's kids there that are looking for their parents, and you know, who knows why they're stuck there, but I would like to try to help them.
I knew the place had a lot of activity because you can feel it, like I said, in the daytime. At nighttime, it's extremely active. I can't wait to go back again if we are allowed, and I want to see, like Nicole said, if we can maybe help some of those kids. It's sad, and there's obviously a couple of adults, but there's a few ominous things there as well. The ground is old, and you know, it might not just be kids from the playground or something that happened nearby. It could be anything from hundreds of years. So, and of course that attracts more of the same kind of energy. So, you know, that could explain the creature or other worldly being. So this is Shar with Second Miss Paranormal, and thank you for watching.